because I am the human garbage disposal around here. I guess since I pay for the food. LosingDrea here, and I'm coming to you guys with another video. In this video, I'm just going to take you through a little quick snippet of my day. Basically, as you saw, I woke up, I weighed myself as I normally do, and then I attempted to go in the kitchen and fix me my usual keto sweet tea. And then I was making bone broth, so I had to separate all the bones and all the stuff that's left behind when you put the carcasses or whatnot. Of course, I use chicken because that's what I've been eating. So those are the kind of bones that I have. I wait till I have a couple of chickens and then I put it in my slow cooker with some filtered water, and a little bit of apple cider vinegar is suggested. Although this time or another, I didn't put it in there and I don't see any different, but supposedly that's supposed to help draw out more of the collagen and whatnot that is particularly known to be in all bones, but more so in chicken bones, for those who didn't know. I did make bone broth once before, and it did not, I don't know that it didn't come out good. I was almost afraid of it because I had never had it before, and I was afraid to try it even after I made it, and it sat for a while, and it got really rancid. So if you're going to make bone broth, try not to make more than you think you're going to use within a certain amount of time. You can freeze it, and they suggest that you do it in those like ball canning jars, but you don't want to fill it all the way up. You want to leave some room in the top of the jar to, help with expansion that happens when you're freezing things in the freezer. This way you're not going to break your glass container that you're keeping it in. Outside of that, it can be kept for maybe up to a week safely in your refrigerator. I don't keep anything after 3 days. Nothing really stays after a few days because it does get eaten one way or another, if not by somebody else in the family, by myself, because I am the human garbage disposal around here. I guess since I pay for the food, that I know I don't want to waste any of it. And so if somebody else doesn't look like they're going to eat it and it's going to go bad in a day or two after I've made it, I make sure I go in there somehow and eat it. And that does screw me up a lot of times when it comes to me trying to lose weight and whatnot. But it is what it is. I mentioned to somebody about these seasonings that I wanted to put in my next video, and I forgot to put it in the last video, and yet I was mentioning seasoning again. Reason it wasn't really in the forefront of my mind is I'm not doing a lot of seasonings. I'm just eating Himalayan pink salt on whatever meat or chicken or whatever I'm eating, and that helps just bring out the natural flavor of that food, and it tastes absolutely amazing, to the point where my family has asked me, what did you put on it? And when I tell them I only put pink Himalayan salt, they're like, no way. The flavors are just kind of mesmerizing when you're sitting there and you're eating something and you're just like, oh, I'm in heaven right now, just eating this. Is like the best thing that I can eat, the best thing that I'm putting in my body. And I don't know if that my body is thanking me when I give it what it needs, that it's like giving me that effect that I get when I'm eating food now. Like I find myself eating slower and being a little bit more like where I'm sitting down and I'm actually enjoying what I'm eating. I'm being thankful for the food that I've been given. I'm thinking about the animal, not in a sort of morbid kind of a way. That animal lost its life so that I can eat and hopefully that animal's life in me helps sustain mine. And I say that coming from a place where I was vegan, I was a vegetarian or a pollo pescatarian, where I ate either chicken or turkey or fish, but I didn't eat any red meat. I did the vegan thing where I ate no meat, just salad stuff and whatever kind of things that I could find to put in the salad that, you know, I don't know, what can you put in a salad if you're not doing carbs? But I've tried all that stuff. And I've come to a conclusion with, thankfully, the way that my body speaks to me, what works and what doesn't work, and what I'm better off eating. Now, as you saw, I had another 1 pound gain. That's in addition to the 3.2 pound gain I had from the night before yesterday, overnight into yesterday. So that's a total of 4.2 pounds gained. And that was what I was up to during this particular challenge from day one. I had just that 4.2 pounds that I had lost so far in this challenge. And now I'm back at square one, and I'm back to the same 229.4 pounds that I was when I started on day one. I am a little upset about it, but I'm not going to really let it get to me and fester in me, as upsetting as it is. It's just that I know that I did wrong. I know I could have done better. I know I should have done better. But I allowed my emotions and whatever frustrations and other things that I got going on around me, I allowed them to get to me and allowed them to find my weakness and used it against me. So I used my own weakness against myself. I had to go in the kitchen for something. One thing led to another. And there I was mindlessly eating again. Chicken, chicken, chicken. It's not that chicken's bad. Chicken's great. It's just that maybe eating too much chicken and overdoing it on more protein than the human body actually needs, maybe that's what's doing it. It could just be that I'm eating later in the day or eating too early before I'm going to sleep, and then I'm not getting enough sleep because I haven't been getting enough sleep. I've gotten a couple of hours here and there, maybe 6.5 hours one night, 5.5 hours another night. You know, I got 8 hours on the 19th, but I only got 4 hours and 17 minutes on the 18th. So all these things are a factor in weight loss, a factor in being healthy. I did the darkening of the windows in my room so that my body thinks that it's not daylight when I'm sleeping. And then I have a very bright light and now even a ring light that I need to do a review for you guys with. And I have to tell you, that ring light lights up this whole room and makes me think that it's during the day and I'm sitting in a high-rise apartment up on the penthouse floor with the sun shining in from all around me with nothing but glass windows, doors, sliding glass doors, and even the patio railings are glass. You know, that's what it reminds me of. It's so brightly lit up in here that I just, it feels better. It gives me that more alert feeling. And I think that has a lot to do with me working nights and not really seeing much daylight. By the time I've been waking up or by the time I'm going to sleep, it's daylight, but then it's no longer daylight by the time I'm waking up. And I got to try to somehow or another fudge with my hours and my sleeping so that doesn't happen. So I'm going to make this video kind of short. I'm not going to say a whole lot more about that. I'll insert the pictures that I was talking about, the special spices. You know who you are out there, who I promised that I would show them to you. This was me going to the flea market that we have here locally, and there is a store that sells all these homemade jams and jellies, and they sell honey sticks, and they sell all different kinds of flavored honeys, and it's just a wonderful store. They used to have samples, but now because of the big C, they're not putting samples out because it's more dangerous now for people to just go by and be everybody touching a plate that has samples in it, or even little cups of it. I don't think that they're capable of doing it. I think maybe it's now a law that they're not doing that. Kind of makes me wonder about Publix and their sampling days, or Costco's or Walmart or any of those, on the weekends when you go to them, and they have all these different people standing around with samples and things that they're cooking, and they give them to you. I wonder how that's going to work, because apparently the lady did say to me, she wasn't able to give samples anymore. And I wouldn't eat anything there anyways, because I don't eat crackers and I don't eat jellies and jams. But my husband wanted some, and that's when she mentioned, you know, they don't have it. But this display is the cutest thing, and at first I didn't even pick up on it, and then I did. And when I saw it, I asked the lady, is it okay if I take some pictures of the display? And she was like, sure, go ahead. So I'm going to put those in here, and I hope you enjoy them. I think that is the funniest thing, that a company would even come out with something like that. I'm pretty sure it's not the first time. I remember there was something called a big ass towel once, and this guy was selling them like hotcakes because it had this huge bath towel that you could wrap around you 3 times. I didn't care how big you were. And it literally said big ass towel, and it had this big donkey on it. And, you know, things like this are just kind of funny. So I do enjoy them when I see them, that somebody took the initiative and had the balls to do something like that. And I hope this doesn't get, well, it can't get demonetized. I'm not monetized. Anyways, guys, with that said, be happy, be healthy, be beautiful, but just be you. Be the boss of your loss if you're on a weight loss journey. And I'll definitely be seeing each and every one of you guys in the next one. Bye, guys. Be blessed. Mwah. Hey, guys. Thanks for watching. If you haven't already done so, please click the subscribe button down below. And please ring the bell so you can be notified of all new videos as I put them out to you, as well as if I go live. I'm